You know how everyone will be obsessed with a certain celebrity and you intuitively just have the ick about them for whatever reason. You have no proof that they're not a good person, but you just have an intuitive ick. And it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years for news to come out that they were doing something really gross. Like the Schmepp Schmeen files are a perfect example of this. If you think of like Ellen. Ellen was so popular when I was in high school and in college. I remember like more when Facebook was really popular. People were always sharing Ellen videos. People loved Ellen. Now I feel like the cultural tide has shifted and people really don't like Ellen right now. And she's implicated in the Schmepp Schmeen files. I think of Michael Jackson as well. He's the flip side of this, where everyone collectively got on this bandwagon that Michael Jackson was a terrible person, that he was a schmeta-schmile, when he was actually protecting children. And he was actually such a pure soul, and anyone who has their intuition turned on knows this. Like, anyone who's highly intuitive knows that, like, I remember when he passed away, I vividly remember my mom is the biggest Michael Jackson fan. The day he passed away, we were driving around in my mom's minivan, my sister, me, my brother in the car, blaring Michael Jackson, windows are down. And I remember being in high school, being in college, batting for Michael Jackson. I went up to bat. I had no proof. I had no evidence. If anything, the evidence was stacked the other way. But I just had an intuitive knowing that this man wouldn't do that. And then the Schmepp Schmeen files come out and he's been exonerated. Like, actually, it's come out that he was protecting children. And these beloved celebrities that everyone was obsessed with are actually evil. Evil, horrible, disgusting, like the lowest of the low, right? And it is so exhausting to operate in the world this way. I believe intuition and discernment is a gift from God. I truly think it comes from God. I truly believe as a Christian that intuition is how God speaks to us. Discernment is the Holy Spirit dwelling within us. And it is so exhausting truly to operate in the world this way because there's certain things that just intuitively give me the ick that I don't have any evidence to back that up, like seed oils. Actually, there's so much evidence to say they're heart healthy. Intuitively, absolutely not. Microwave. I don't care how many studies you show me that say it's safe. Intuitively, absolutely not. AirPods. Intuitively, absolutely not. I think it's the most poisonous thing that you can put in your ears. I am a nutritional therapist, and in my work with people, I have seen people completely eliminate their migraines. People with MCAS and histamine issues completely eradicate their histamine symptoms just getting rid of their Bluetooth headphones. Other things are like alcohol, conventional pork products, Netflix. Like, there's so many things I just intuitively have the ick about that I know are so terrible for us, but it's like so exhausting because we live in a very logical, evidence-based society, which is needed. Like, we need both, but we live in a world that's so hyper-masculine and so hyper-logical. The feminine energy is completely suppressed. Intuition, women specifically, are just so, like, we have a very special connection with God. We have a very special connection with our intuition. I believe women that are tapped into their intuition are some of the most unshakable, powerful people on this planet. I've used intuition to even heal a lot of my chronic health stuff. Like, sometimes intuitively, like this week, I intuitively was like, I really feel like I want to make a recipe with cod, right? And that's really weird because I don't really eat cod. And I look it up, and cod's really rich in iodine. And my thyroid, I can intuitively feel like my thyroid's has been more sluggish lately. I've just been feeling really tired in the morning. Fibrocystic breasts as well is a sign of low iodine. And I'm feeling amazing just listening to my intuition that told me to eat cod this week. So it's such an exhausting way to operate in the world because we live in a hyper-masculine, hyper-logical society, and we say that we need a lot of evidence to make decisions. But think about Michael Jackson. There was a lot of evidence stacked against him. There was a lot of evidence proving, right, that he was bad, but it came out later that he wasn't. So I just think that we are living in a time we need our discernment turned up, our intuition turned up, because I genuinely don't know how people navigate in the world. Like, it's like when you have a friend in your friend group and everyone's obsessed with this friend, or like a coworker, or just someone someone you work with that everyone's obsessed with. You know, that one person that everyone just loves. They're like a people person. Everyone just loves them, and you just have an intuitive ick. You just intuitively feel like, yeah, there's something a little off here. That is your discernment. It's your intuition. It's there for a reason.